We live. You guys know I gotta double chat and come in over here to make sure the connection is good on the other device. So once it shows that I'm popping over here, you guys know we'll read that disclaimer and get into it. Okay, there it is. I'm with it live and we'll kick into it. So it's Monday, June 17th, kicking off just a quick trade recap. Stuck to the trading plan, got stopped out of my Walmart trade, but let me go ahead and read the disclaimer first, which I changed it up and it's a little hard to read, but please note that the following is not legal or financial advice and is provided for informational and educational purposes only. Investing in securities carries a high degree of risk and can result in the loss of your entire investment. You should consult with a qualified financial advisor or legal professional before making any investment decisions. The information contained in this presentation does not constitute an offer or solicitation to buy or sell any securities or financial instruments. Any opinions expressed in this presentation are subject to change without notice and should not be relied upon as a recommendation to buy or sell any securities. Please do your own due diligence and research before making any investment decisions. All right, so we are tapped in, got that disclaimer out of the way, and let's go ahead and run up. Sorry, I've got a little shaking going on. Let's talk about the trade of the day. Now, as I bring up the trade of the day and we recap what happened, I got stopped out of my Walmart calls, but I want to go over what I was looking at. You guys know I'm very, very transparent, so pardon me. Show you guys. All right, so before the market opened this morning, y'all know how I do. Thank y'all for coming through. I see you, JK. I see you, Frank A. Andy says GME had bad news at the meeting. I don't know. I didn't even look at GME. I haven't really been paying attention to it outside of like some blurbs that I see here and there, but we'll check it out in a moment if we want to. But here's the main thing. So this morning, I said I currently got my eyes on Walmart to come down to around the 66.69 area to enter calls, or potentially the 67.34 area to enter puts. So this was my chart that I was looking at. Let me move myself up a little bit so we can see. So we're just in this little pricing channel. I definitely maybe could have waited for some of that morning open market volatility to die down within the first 30 minutes. So that's something I definitely added to my trading journal, but I quickly got stopped out. And I think a lot of it just had to do with the volatility. So we'll bring up the trading view chart. We can see, let me go over to Walmart. I really didn't want to look at it because I knew exactly what I'm about to show you guys right here is exactly what happened. So here we go. This red candle was the first candle of the day. I got in right at this line, just like I was talking about. And of course, I got stopped out because it came down pretty low. I had this area right here to enter. This was pretty much my stop loss area. I got stopped out because it came below it. And then, of course, it bounced up and traveled all the way up. And now we're getting into potentially an area where we'll bounce back down for puts. Andy, thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate it. But the good thing is I stuck with my trading plan, and that becomes very difficult. I know psychologically speaking, right? It becomes difficult when you see these types of things happen with the price action that you get stopped out. And then, of course, it goes right to where you were thinking. But that's a part of the game. So we don't let our psychologicals get damaged or impacted. Be proud that you stuck with your stop loss. And that's what happened with me. I got stopped out. You're not going to win all of them. The key is you develop discipline, you develop consistency, and you stick to your trading plan, and then you add it to your trading journal. So I'll show y'all right here. I definitely added it to my trading journal. You guys know I'm very, very transparent. Let me bring it up. Yo, GG Blue, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Full Send, I see you. Beth, Dill Pickle, Galley 19701. So here was, where is it at? Here is, all right, so here it is. I got my Walmart scalp logged right there. And I said, be aware that trading in the first 30 minutes of the market opening is extremely volatile, and you may need to account for that by adjusting your risk tolerance and potential stop loss. So you really want to be sharp on that. But I will say one thing that happened was it moved so quickly that I lost a little bit more money than I wanted to. Now, there is on one end, right, where you could just definitely put in your stop loss order into your broker, right, whether you're using Webull or Thinkorswim or Robinhood. But I am somewhat of a conspiracy theorist. I do feel like some of the big players and market makers out there use stop hunt algorithms, basically, bots or machine learning or AI to go figure out where most of the retail traders have their stops at. I do believe that. Now, of course, all of us individually will subjectively pick an area where we want our stop, right? And so my thought process is, just in case I happen to be on the same wavelength as many other retail traders, that's why I don't enter it. But who knows? Maybe I just need to grow past that and not be such a conspiracy theorist. But appreciate the likes. Whoever ran up those likes to a quick 600, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So that's so far as the trade of the day. And I'm actually very happy because I feel like when I do my trades on TikTok, I only show you guys the winners. So I'm glad to spotlight one that didn't work as a profitable trade. Definitely stuck to the trading plan, and that's what's happened. So just a quick recap if you're joining right here. What happened was, on my charting, let me go back here. This was in the Discord before the market opened. I was saying that I was thinking Walmart would come right here where my cursor's moving. It would come down to about this area in this little pricing channel or this wedge or this broadening formation. I believe that it was going to come right down into here, enter some calls to the upside and ride it up. And that's essentially what did happen. It's just that volatility, look, that volatility really pushed it down. There was a lot of movement. So had I had a stronger risk tolerance or something like that, I definitely could have profited. But you just never know how far something's going to drop. I mean, you just never know how much are you really willing to risk. And I'd rather just risk a little bit and be wrong than risk so much of my trade or my account size, and then I'd be devastated, All right, so hi, name 503. This app that you see in front of you is what's called Trading View. This is called Trading View, and I actually meant to start recording this. Dang it. I meant to start recording this, so let me go ahead and... Where's it at? We'll record on this computer.
Recording in progress.
So hopefully it doesn't slow it down too much. It definitely kind of makes it choppy, but let me see. Yuko, thanks for coming through. York's Passion CEO says profit is not a... Maybe the comment got cut off. But to the person who asked what platform this is called Trading View, and it is a trading software, trading platform. So they have a version that you can use on the desktop. They have a desktop app that you can download. They've got an app specifically for the iPad. They got it hooked up for the mobile. So it's really dope. I think Trading View is probably one of the most top tier trading software platforms out there. Beak Zap says, what is a good amount for a beginner trader to trade with? And so this is very subjective, right? But from my own personal experience, and please don't take this like I'm trying to preach or I know everything. But me personally, I think a good amount overall account size to start with is about $2,500. And I actually broke this down in my options trading webinar or course that I did on the weekend. So if you want me to give you the full breakdown, you can head over to the YouTube channel and I give you a full rationale as to why I believe 2,500 is a good amount to start with. But to give you the short and easy answer, it's because I believe that 2,500 is a good amount to start getting some tangible wins, that when you hit your profits, it feels like you're making money. So that's why, and then when you break it down, right? So let's say your overall account size is $2,500. You can break that down into five $500 trades. And when you're trading contracts like Apple, SPY, QQQ, those that have a lot of volume and activity, you can get multiple contracts that give you flexibility to let some winners run, to scale in and out of a trade. So about that mark, it just offers you a lot of flexibility as a starting trader. Now, I know I'm not naive, I'm not blind. I know that not everybody has $2,500 to start with, but that's also kind of the beauty of it. So if you don't have $2,500 right now, you got to go out and hustle for it. And whatever you do, whether you're saving from each paycheck, you pick up a side gig. I did that. You could go look on my Instagram. I did Uber Eats. I did DoorDash. I did side hustles. Whatever you do to hustle up that money, because you work so hard for it, you're not going to trade all willy-nilly. You're not just going to throw it at the market. The amount of work that you go through to get to that 2,500 is going to teach you discipline, which is going to help you last longer when it comes to trading. So take pride. If you don't have $2,500 right now, take pride in that, because whatever you do to get that money, if you work for it, you're going to trade a lot better. You're going to trade with a lot more discipline. Big shout out. I think that was D something. Thank you for the follow. All right, let me see. I know there's a lot of comments coming in, so y'all bear with me. I like to roll through and read the comments, try to reply to you all. 757 Joe says you recommended Robinhood for a good broker. Not necessarily Robinhood. Overall, in this kind of chapter that I've been seeing amongst myself, my Discord community, and other traders, it seems like Webull is kind of the best one right now. There's been a lot of complaints recently about Thinkorswim because they moved over to Charles Schwab, and over the past couple of weeks, they've messed up people's logins, they've messed up the account balance, how much they really have in their account or not. Of course, we all know some of the hiccups and problems and, the stigma with Robinhood. But if I was to do it over, I would definitely start with Webull. All right. Toki Frank says the seminar was good. Big shout out to you, my guy. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you for being in there, for asking a lot of questions. It was really helpful to keep the energy going and to keep delivering the content. 757 Joe says, also, is TradingView good for paper trading? I believe there might be a paper trading mechanism I haven't looked at. I know TradingView allows you to connect your brokers to do trades. I connected my Webull account, but I haven't started trading directly within TradingView yet because I haven't figured out how you could trade options. It does allow you to trade regular stocks. So, but to answer your question about whether or not I know or if I think it's good for paper trading, it may be. It really is, because they have a lot of things down here where you can test strategies and you can do back testing. So if there is a paper trading function, which I'm going to put a note for myself to look into to see if there is, so the next time I go live, I can speak to it. D Prince, thank you for that follow. Thank you. All right, Money Bounty says, yo, what did you trade today? So I traded Walmart. That's what we see right here on the chart. Thank you for the follow, 757 Joe. Appreciate you, my guy. So I traded Walmart. I got stopped out. Ultimately, of course, price did exactly what I was thinking it was going to do. It just dropped down a bit more than I anticipated. I got in right about here. I had this orange line for my stop loss, but it dipped down just a little bit more. And so it's one of those things where, you win some, you lose some, you take it. It's a part of the game. It's a part of the territory when it comes to trading. One of the reminders or key lessons from today's trade was be aware of that first 30 minutes of the market opening. It's extremely volatile, so things might swing a little bit further than you initially charted. So that was a good lesson for me to put into my trading journal today, that within that first 30 minutes of the market opening, you may need to up your risk tolerance. You may need to have stick your chest out a little bit more. Hi Name says, how did you learn this? Any tips for a beginner? Yeah, I learned the hard way, which was by losing thousands and thousands of dollars and dozens and hundreds of trades to finally get to a stage where I'm consistent, to finally get to a stage where psychologically I'm not devastated if I take a loss, things like that. But tips for a beginner, I would say, it sounds cheesy, and I've said this the last few times that I've gone live. The things that we see here, right? The technical analysis is easy to kind of learn. Like at the beginning, a lot of information, right? You're like, dang, what is all this? You've got RSI, you've got MACD, you've got VWAP, you've got all these indicators. At the beginning, those are hard. But eventually what you're going to learn and realize is that most of the indicators are going to, in some way, tell you the same information. It's just presented in a different format that makes sense in different people's minds. Really, as we all know, so I know I'm not, telling y'all something that's, shocking or revolutionary, but it's just a reminder. The hardest part is really just going to be your psychology, your internal mechanisms, and how disciplined you are. There are two books that I use that really helped me conquer this. I'm going to show y'all right now. And I talked about this in the webinar. So Mr. Pix, thank you for the follow. But if you really want the full breakdown, I did a live webinar on Saturday. It's up on YouTube. I'm going to go check it out, or I'll pull it up for you guys so you can see what it looks like and you know what to watch. But I did a 2-hour webinar trading course on options trading and everything for beginners. But there are two books that really, really helped me. So I'm going to show y'all. Okay, so a lot of y'all probably know this one. It is Trading in the Zone. Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. This was really, really good. This one really helped change my trajectory when it came to trading. And then the next one right here is Emotional Intelligence 2.0. Now, the dope thing about this book is it comes with 2 assessments, right? You take an assessment at the beginning of the book, and it gives you your emotional intelligence score. Then you read the book and you focus on the areas where you scored low. They give you some practice techniques and some mechanisms. Then you retake the test and you get a second score to see how you improved. But let me read something to you guys. And I did this in the webinar on Saturday. This is what really stood out to me about this book. It says, listen to this. It says, the link between EQ, your emotional intelligence score, and your earnings is so direct that from their studies, every 1 point that somebody increased their EQ score, they also saw a $1,300 increase in their salary or the money that they made. So just imagine, if you increase your score by 10 points, that's roughly $13,000. And I can speak to this because I did this. I read this book years ago. And right after I finished reading it and I implemented the techniques and the strategies, I got a promotion and a raise at my job. So I really stand by this. I really do believe it. And these two books were the ones that really, really helped me when it came to my trading. All right, so let me tap in here. Let's see. Gigi Blue says, yes, I agree. The Zoom was really good. Thank you so much, Gigi. Jesse says, it does. TradingView has paper. Thank you, Jesse. Money Bounty. All right. Let me see. Let's see. I'm trying to see the comments. Mr. Pix, thanks you for the follow. Already regret this. What should I invest my 1K at? I can't give you financial or investment advice. All I can tell you, if you're talking about long-term investing, so I want to make a difference here because I'm one of those people that I don't equate investing to trading. Those are two very, very distinctly different things in my mind. I know there are people out there that kind of equate the two or they use them synonymously, but just to keep it real with y'all, investing is distinctly different in my mind than trading. So I can't give you investing advice, but I can tell y'all what I'm currently in my long-term portfolio. I'll show you. So in my Discord community, I do have a channel that shows my long-term portfolio. And I give weekly and daily updates. So here are the things that I'm currently invested in. And if you go to the YouTube channel, I give a rationale why I'm invested in these companies. So these are my holdings right now currently. But like I said, it's not financial advice. It's just the things that I'm invested in. But I want to show you all. Give me just a moment. I'm going to peep the comments. Thank y'all for the likes. We're getting close to 1K. We are getting close to 1K. So I appreciate y'all. But let me show y'all. Let me show you the YouTube channel. All right. Let's go to the YouTube. The YouTube. Okay. We can go to the YouTube. So if you want to watch the webinar, the training that I did on Saturday, the YouTube channel that you want to go to, let's give this a moment to load up because, you know, we want to go to Passive Income University. That's the name of my Discord. That's the name of my community. And this is what it looks like right here, Passive Income University. That's the logo there. And it is this video right here, Options Mechanics Part 2, Tools for the Trade. This is the one that I just hosted on Saturday. It's up here. It's going to be on YouTube for a limited time, maybe for the next week or 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, something like that. And then after that, I'm going to take it down and make it private so that only the people in the community have access to the video. And I'm not trying to be selfish or stingy. It's just one of those things, y'all, where I'm trying to learn how do I give value for free, but how do I also give added value to the people that are in the community, that are in the Discord. So I'm just trying to do the best that I can with balancing those two aspects. So you can go to Passive Income University. The video is up there. Feel free to give me some feedback, give me comments. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to hit me up. And then there's one more YouTube channel that I want to show y'all, which is my direct YouTube channel, which is Curtis G24. And that's where most of my daily content is going to be. So if you ever want to go see a past TikTok live, I record them all and I put them up just in case if you wanted to review questions that I answered, things like that. And all the videos on this YouTube channel right here, all the videos on this YouTube channel will stay up for free forever. So you guys can see all of the previous videos. Let me move myself out the way. Let's bring this down so we can all see it. Let's slide it over. All right. So all the videos, all the trades, everything that I've talked about, it's all up here for free so you guys can go and rewatch. Let me check out the comments. Let's see. The Cavity Podcast, the hard way is a word. Already regret this. Already answered that. Yes, I love pedals. Thank you for the follow. Hi name 503 says Discord link. It should be in my bio. It should be in the bio. So come through. It'd be dope to have you. Look at this Walmart starting to come back down. All right, GG Blue says, I did hear you can paper trade options through Webull. Yeah, on Webull you can definitely paper trade. The question was, can we do paper trading on TradingView? And one of the audience members in the TikTok just said that you can. So that's super dope. That's super, super dope. So this platform, for those of you that don't know, we are looking at TradingView. All right. So yeah, man, that's what happened. You know, just a little stoppage, got stopped out. Price pretty much did what I was thinking it was gonna do. It's just the range, the opening range was wider than I anticipated it to be. As y'all can see, I had my stop right here, and Walmart went ahead and dipped on below, and then of course, us traders, I think we've all experienced this, right? It bounces up and it comes up. So if I would have just had wider risk tolerance, I'd definitely be up major right now on those Walmart calls. But that's the name of the game, and that's what happens. All right, so let's do some live charting. Let's see what we see out here. Still sticking with the Walmart, and Walmart, I believe, is getting near its all-time high from the other day, as we can see here. It is getting near its all-time high right in here. So as we get close to that, I'm thinking we might get a little bit of a rejection and bounce off before then. What I would do is continue to extend my wedge or my pricing channel. And what I will be looking for is Walmart to possibly get in this area to bounce down and come back down for some puts. And then the same thing, I'll keep this same kind of trend line going, right? And if Walmart kind of comes down, it may even bounce off of the previous day high. So this white line right here is the previous day high, and it may come down and bounce off of this as support and shoot up for some calls. So I still got my eyes on Walmart, but I'm done trading for the day. Definitely don't want to revenge trade, and it's very, very easy to fall into that pattern, right? Revenge trading. So I'm done for the day. Got my lesson. I'll keep it pushing, but I will continue to keep Walmart on the watch for possibly tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow it comes right into the area that I'm looking for. All right, let's take a look at some Apple. Oof. Hold on, let's bring this down. Look at this. I'm glad I didn't get into the Apple. Apple's fighting up. It started off on this, it reached all-time highs, right, with their AI announcement. Apple did. Let me bring this over. Y'all bear with me for just a second. This is the 30-minute chart. I don't know why it put the extended hours on there because I no longer use that. All right. So here we go. So Apple had that nice boost. What we see right over here was the Worldwide Developer Conference last week. Boost with the AI. It hit all-time highs. And then for a couple of days, it started this downtrend. So I'm just following this downtrend line, but it broke right past it, and it's continued to shoot up. So, yeah. Just got to keep an eye on it and watch things. Yes. All right. So not really looking for Apple for me. One of the key things that I'm looking for is for my eyes to easily and immediately recognize some type of trend. You can almost look at this as being like a double bottom, right? That almost looks like a double bottom right there. You see this one kind of sweep at the bottom here. We got the middle of the W, and then we got this bottom sweep right here. And typically with that double bottom pattern, you would want to enter calls once it breaks this level. So I wish I could have saw that, which is perfect because it was the previous day high, this white horizontal line. So that would have been the perfect move right there to go ahead and enter calls right at this break and ride that up. Nice little soft double bottom, I would call that. But we'll just keep on rolling. So these were a few of the tickers that I was looking for. Yikes, didn't mean to move that. Let me move that back. All right. Had my eyes on ExxonMobil for a second. Yes, indeed. All right, make sure I didn't miss any comments, any questions like that. So we're just looking through, see if we have a potential play. Like I said, I am done trading for the day, but it would be nice to kind of catch something forming, right? It's all one of the things that's really crucial, as we all probably learned the hard way, is getting ahead of things, right? We want to be ahead on our charting and starting to see the moves form, so we're not chasing trades. If we can train our eyes and be consistent with our charting so that we can see things forming before they happen, that's so crucial. So crucial. All right, this is Amazon. Let's make it one chart. Let's bring it down. Looking like it's pushing for the day. Look at this range that it's trading in right though. Look at this over here. You see this range? So it hits this little resistance zone, comes back down, a little bit of support, comes up, resistance, back down, a little bit of support, comes up, resistance is coming back down. So it's getting a little tighter, but it's just trading in this range right now on Amazon on the daily chart. Just trading in this range. But I want to find something very obvious. I need to find something that's just like screaming right in our face. But it might be too early to tell, especially if I'm done trading already for the day. So we might want to wait closer to market close because there's still plenty of room in the day for stocks to be explosive, for things to drop, for things to move radically. Here's Target. One thing I was kind of noticing on Target, it's been on this kind of downward trend. I'll move it to the daily chart first so we can see it. So we're looking at Target, and look at how Target has just been in this downward decline for a long time. So what I would like to see is for it to get back to this line again and get close and follow this trend before entering into some puts. Unless we have some major support, which we might be at right here. This looks like a good support zone. And this does look like we're right there, support and resistance. So just going through. Let's see who's rocking with me right now. The Cavity Podcast, Mr. Picks, and Alan Collier. Thank y'all so much for rocking with the boy. I appreciate it. Yo, I see you. Any questions? Any questions about your trades? If we took some trades today, especially options trades. Mr. Boomba, thank you for coming through. But yeah, I'm not quite seeing anything. I definitely need to go through the full watch list. We could take a look at SPY, which has full time frame continuity to the upside. Nice strong bullish candle for the day. A nice strong bullish candle. All right. So I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Like, I always get a little hesitant when things are like at the all-time highs, because you think, all right, it might just come on down, but then it'll just run, because there's no, once something reaches an all-time high, right, there's no previous resistance zone. So who knows how far it'll run? Who knows how far the market is just like, yeah, we'll just keep buying, we'll just keep running it up. Here we're looking at QQQ. Nice strong bullish day. Let's take a look at Roku. All right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Fabe wants to look at NVIDIA. For sure, Fabe. Let's take a look at NVIDIA. That's a good one. That is a good one. Let's go see. Let's go see how we're rocking. Anybody in NVIDIA, either long-term or trading it? Has anybody got NVIDIA long-term or trading it? Let's see. Let's see. Pulling up that NVIDIA. Just close it. Save and close. Alright, ExxonMobil. You're not really looking the way I want you to. Alright, NVIDIA's right here. And it's way down here because they did that stock split. I'm getting this chart together for us. But anybody in NVIDIA long term, or are you currently in an options trade, an options play for NVIDIA? Alright, so here we go. Definitely in a nice bullish range, as we already know. What I will see immediately with my eyes, right? Here's what I see when it comes to NVIDIA, and I'm just going to kind of take this from a options trading standpoint, is this kind of, all right, if you would just, you know, draw the way I need you to draw on this chart, that would be good. And then we'll go right here. So I feel like we're in this pricing channel. Do y'all see the same thing I'm seeing? We kind of started this pricing channel right here, and we just kind of been bouncing side to side like ping pong, which is a good amount of data. I like this. So now that I do it on the daily, what I like to do is open up a second little chart on the bottom, and then this one on the bottom will be our 30-minute, and I just drop down to a lower time frame just to tighten up the trend lines, just to tighten them up a little bit. All right, so here we go. Let me bring this in so we can see it more. So now on the bottom here, we've got NVIDIA on the 30-minute chart. Thank y'all for the likes. Fabe says, I'm looking to get in on a short on NVIDIA. Okay, if I had the same thing for Fabe, what I would be looking for And I'm trying to get this squeezed in so we can all see it, but you see how this is the 30-minute chart right here that we're looking at. You see how in this kind of range, it kind of comes down here, it bounced up, and it does take time. It got up to this top and bounced down, right? So for me, I would just be patient. I would be patient. If it was me looking to take those shorts and just zooming in, we're on this 30-minute chart, I would like to see it come up in this range here. And it may not happen today. Just to be a little bit more secure and confident in my puts, we may come back up here. I would like to see it up in this range before taking puts on the way down. And then you could just play the flip side, right? If for some reason we come and break on down, be looking for calls, in this area. Now, I know that's a wide range. It's very, very wide. And so the key to trading like this or looking at it in this way is really just patient. It really is being patient with it, because you might have had this whole long amount of time where it was right in the middle of the pricing channel. And you kind of just had to be a little bit more. Or what you could do, what I do sometimes is I might even tighten up my trend line if we might be in a little, but you just have to be careful, right? Because if you're tightening it up, you're not really giving the price some breathing room. But something like that, and then I might even change the line so I recognize that I'm making an adjustment. So I'll go over here, we'll make it dashed. It might even change the color just so I know, like, it's a little bit different. Try to use something like that. And then just something that kind of like tells me, all right, it might come down in here and come on up. But you just have to be a little careful, right? Let's see. All right, but that's what I would do. I would be a little patient with it. And we are kind of up there already. It would just be nice to see it kind of come up in this. What area is that? The 134, the 134-ish area before taking some puts down. For sure, Fave. No problem. And it's all subjective, right? It's all subjective. Don't take it like what I'm saying is the gospel. Just some things to help you consider. If you hadn't charted it like that, just adding a couple things for you to consider. Appreciate that follow, Fave. Thank you so much, my guy. Toki FRNK, thank you for the likes. Got to 1K. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. All right, so we're kind of like just past the middle of the trading day. Wanted to tap in, show y'all some love because you guys always show me love and you guys always know what I say. So before I just end this quick live the session, please, if you've taken any trades today, put a 1 in the chat if you logged them in your trading journal. If you did any trading today, put a 1 in the chat if you put them in your trading journal. If you haven't logged your trades in your trading journal, go do so right now. That's one thing that we definitely do not want to skimp out on, that we want to make sure we're extremely consistent and that we are extremely disciplined with. I don't see any ones. I'm not seeing any ones right now. If you did any trading today, put a 1 in the chat. Also back test. That's what's up. That's right. Shout out to my guy. Also back testing. Yes. And if you didn't take any trades, just say I didn't take any trades. But I just want to make sure we're setting that habit and that behavior and that discipline and that consistency that we are, anytime we take a trade, we're putting it right in our trading journal. Yes, indeed. But yeah, I appreciate all of y'all, man. I just want to tap in. I also am, kind of glad that I have the opportunity to show y'all a loss that, didn't work out for me. And, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not one of those people that hides things or whatever the case may be. I'll show y'all on my Western name right here. So this is when I alerted that I got into Walmart calls at 6:31, probably way too soon. I should have waited and definitely gave it some breathing room. In hindsight, thinking about that, the market was only open for 1 minute. It came right down to where I was looking for it, but that's on me. And then I got stopped out. Right here. So lost a little bit more than I wanted to, but I explained that at the beginning. I don't use the actual stop loss feature in Robinhood or the brokers because I am somewhat of a conspiracy theorist. I do believe that they use the stop hunt algorithms, things like that. But the price just moves so fast. So it's just a reminder, there's pros and cons to everything. And the con is the price moved so fast when I was getting out. That's what happened. I didn't anticipate. I didn't want to lose that much money, but at least I got out. I did stick with my overall plan. And like I said, I feel like a lot of times when I go on these lives, I only show you guys the winners. So to have a loser to break down and show, not even a loser, we'll call it a lesson. To have a lesson to show Shows that, hey, not every single trade is going to go exactly the way that we want. And that's part of the mental tests, right? That's part of the psychological exercise that we have to go through as traders. We see it right here with this Walmart. It came down a little bit past, well, a lot past where I thought it was going to be. And then it went right back up. So I could have just been more patient. That's definitely what the reminder lesson of the day is. I should have gave it some breathing room when the market opened up, especially with all that explosive volatility coming off of a weekend. It's Monday. It's the start of the week. Should have anticipated that crazy swing of price movement, right? That wide range. But then we learn, right? This is how we get our stripes as traders. This is how we become veterans. This is how we become, like, you know what I mean? Top tier. So just add it to the trading journal and keep it pushing. The Cavity Podcast says IWM did the same. Bruh, so you know the feeling. You know the feeling. Yo, Jeff, thank you for coming through. You know the feeling. It's all good. I'm still going to continue to watch Walmart because it's still kind of, in this area. So I'm looking for maybe a little something up here to come down for some puts. And I'm looking for something down here to come down for some calls. And I just got to keep that in my mind going forward. If it's right when the market opens up, be aware of that. And the same thing before the market closed. Remember, they call the last hour of the day power hour. So you might see some more stronger movements and volatility when the market is winding down each day. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But I appreciate y'all. I wanted to tap in really quick. As y'all know, I do work a gig, a 9 to 5. I do have a job. I'm not a full-time trader yet. So I'm just tapping in on my lunch break. Got to get ready to head back so I can handle things with work. But I'll tap in with y'all soon, man. And go check out the YouTube channels if you want to replay on the trading and the webinar that I did. I'll show y'all one more time before I get out of here. So if you want to see the options trading webinar course, I don't know what you want to call it, it is on YouTube, currently available to the public. And you want to go to the Passive Income University. Of course, I'm lagging right now, but you want to go to Passive Income University. Oh my God. There it is. Passive Income University YouTube channel. And you guys will know the logo. It's right here. It's this first one right here. And when you click, it is this video. This is what it looks like. So I just held this on Saturday. It's called Option Mechanics Part 2, Tools for the Trade. And I go into a lot of things, of course, for the beginners. You guys all know I like to cater to the beginner traders out there because that is like the hardest part of the trading journey, right? It's being a beginner. All right. I appreciate y'all. We'll tap in soon. Peace.